Hi, I'm Stacy Green, and I'm one of the speech language pathologists at the Early Learning Village. And I just wanted to share with you some things that I've been doing with MAP testing and how I've been able to incorporate that into my job here at the village. And as a team, our speech therapists here decided for our professional growth plan, we wanted to be more intentional about concepts that we were teaching in our language groups with our kindergartners. And one of the resources we decided to use was the MAP testing. So the first thing we did was just looked at the MAP testing, looked at concepts that were being covered on it, and used that when we came up with the list of concepts we wanted to embed into our language units each month. So that's where this started, and we just got a good list of concepts that we wanted to target throughout the year. And then when we were discussing my PGP with my administrator, we came up with some other really good ideas for how MAP could be used to enhance what we were doing with our kids that had language disorders. And one of the things we talked about was presentation when we're teaching concepts, because most of the time in language groups when we talk about concepts, we're doing everything with manipulatives, and I think that's a great way to start. But when we were looking at how the MAP presented things, we had to think more about maybe how we could use technology, how we could use paper and pencil tasks, and other ways so that we could help kids to generalize skills with concepts from using manipulatives to other platforms. And MAP and how it presents things was really helpful in helping us think of new ways to kind of look at those skills, measure those skills, and look for a deeper understanding with each of the concepts that we were targeting. Another thing we decided to do was to take some individual kids from language groups and look at how they were performing on the MAP testing, and that was so helpful. I could take each kid, look at them individually at their MAP that had just happened really recently, and I could look and see what are their strengths, and it gave a really great list of skills they're ready to develop. So that's going to help drive what I do with them individually when I work with them. And it was really rewarding to see that a lot of the skills we've been targeting were skills that the kids were showing that they were doing well in. And so now I have some new ideas for things that we can work on in those language groups. Also saw across the board that phonological awareness skills were low in all the kids in our language group. So we've already started talking as a speech team for how can we start embedding some more of those skills into what we do each week with our kids. So this year it's been really good to just look at that MAP test. It's a whole new resource that we haven't tapped into before, and it's really going to help us drive instruction. It's going to help us see other things we can be working into our language groups, and I think it helps us see a whole nother side of the kids that we have not been able to access before.